Hey you guys, welcome to Officegrad. In today's session, we will be talking about VLookup function again, and this video is a continued series of my last VLookup video. In my last VLookup video, we learned about VLookup with exact match, which is in this sheet, where we applied a VLookup formula and we identified per unit cost, and then we calculated the total sales value for each of the rows. Okay, so this is a continued series. So if you haven't checked out my last VLookup video, I suggest first you go back and check my last video to get the basic understanding of how VLookup function works, and then maybe you can hop on to this video and learn more about VLookup with approximate match. Now, what is the difference between exact match and approximate match? Here I was looking for the exact match, right? So for this binder product, I was looking for this specific per unit cost. However, in approximate match, we always look for a range. So in this example, I have a list of employees. So here I have employee ID, employee name, and their gross salary. And what I want to do is I want to get tax percentage that will be applied based on the gross salary, and accordingly we will calculate the tax and the net salary for each of the employees. Now this is a threshold, so I have used it based on the Indian standard, and again this is just for the demo purpose, and these are not the actual tax percentages that we apply in according to the Indian standards. So do not consider it to be the final tax percentages. This is just for the demo purpose. Alright, so here I have given a threshold. If the employee salary is 2,50,000, there won't be any taxes. If the employee salary is within this range, then the tax percentage should be 5, and if the employee salary is within 5 lakh to 10 lakh, then the employee salary or the tax percentage should be 10%, and if it is more than 10 lakhs, then the tax percentage should be 15 and above. Okay, so here I'm talking about the range, right? Here I'm not talking about a specific lookup value, whereas in the exact match I was looking for the specific per unit cost, right? I did not have a range or something in this example, while in this example I have the range from 2,50,000 and 1 rupee to 5 lakh, so on and so forth. So in this scenario, I can either use if function, or we can use VLookup function with approximate match. If function will be covered in the one of the following sessions that we will be covering. However, in today's video, we are only going to talk about the VLookup with approximate match. So let's get started. Let's go to D2. Let's start with equal to VLookup, bracket open. Now again it is asking for a lookup value. Now in my previous example, I told you all that the lookup value should be a unique identifier or a unique key between the two data sets where you are calculating the exact match. In this scenario, we are calculating an approximate match. So in this case, my lookup value cannot be an exact match, but it will be an approximate match. So I will be selecting the gross salary cell, which is C2, comma. Now we have to give this formula a table array or reference to a table. So in this scenario or in this example, my table array is this. Here I have manually calculated the lookup value table, where I have given these thresholds. So from 0 to 2,50,000, it is going to be 0% tax, and then in the next cell I have started with 2,50,001 rupee, and in the subsequent cell I have applied 5 lakh and 1 rupee and 10 lakh and 1 rupee, because starting 10 lakh and 1 rupee my tax percentage should be 15%, and for the 5 lakh to 10 lakh is 10%, 2,50,000 to 5 lakh is 5%. So this is the range. So that is why you will have to create this table first, or a lookup table first, and then only you will be able to apply the approximate match VLookup formula. So table array is selected, press comma. Now again it is asking for a column index number. As I explained in the previous video, column index number is nothing but your position of an output column from the lookup value column. So my lookup value column is I, which is the first column, and tax percentage, where my output value resides, it is the second column from lookup value. So what is the position of my column index number? It is the second position. So I will type in 2 comma, here I cannot type 0. In this case my range lookup will be not 0 but 1, because here I am looking for an approximate match and not an exact match. So here I will type 1 bracket close and hit enter. Alright, so here for 16 lakh salary, what I'm getting is 15% tax, and it is calculating the 15% on 16 lakh 82,603, and it is giving me the net salary. So this is how you can apply VLookup with approximate match. So this is the only difference. Approximate match uses the range, however exact match uses the specific unique key or a unique identifier between the two data sets. So here let's try to drag it down. Now it is giving me an NA reference, right? This is because I did not freeze the table array. So let's go back. I explained this to you earlier in my previous video, the difference between absolute reference and relative reference, and what is important, whether we should be freezing the column or a row or both. In this scenario, let's freeze both of them, meaning I as well as the row number. Okay, so I am in this case I am selecting I1 to J5 and I am pressing F4. If you press F4, you get the dollar signs automatically. You don't have to type it manually. So F4 is a shortcut key to get dollar signs within the formulas. And then let's hit enter. Let's copy this formula to this last record. Okay, so this is how we can calculate. So we can see, right, for these two we got 0%. That means these employees do not have a salary above 2,50,000, and wherever we have 5%, it is because the salary threshold is between 2 lakh to 2,50,000 to 5 lakh. Okay, so this is how we can work around VLookup with an approximate match. Guys, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to write it in the comment section. I will also be updating the my Gmail address, where you can suggest what should be my next video or what should be my next content, or if you have any other queries, or if you did not understand any of this, you can just post it to that Gmail ID. And if you find this helpful, guys, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and please also share this content with your colleagues, with your friends, with your families, because you know, guys, the subscription is free it is not chargeable. So please, I need a big shout out and I need a big thumbs up on this video. Thank you so very much and happy learning.